Hey everyone, my name is Goldammer and today I'll be showing you my final project. So to start off my final project, you'll come over here, you'll hit the green start button. Once this is done, you'll see that the parts will start emitting. And then from once they get emitted, they'll be sorted out. So for example, your green base is going to go here, your green lid is going to go here, your blue base is going to go here, and your blue lid finally will go here. And you'll see that once the green base gets right here, the sensor will allow it to come by. Then once it gets in the right position, the positioner will grab it and clamp onto it until a green lid has been placed onto it. Or so like in the blue case right here, the blue one will come into place. The arm will come down and grab it, and it will wait until that the blue base is into position. So on the green line here, it's going to pick up the green lid, and it's going to go over and it'll place it down. And then once all that's completed, it'll raise up, allowing it by, and it will allow a new green base to come by. When you first start up the HMI, you'll see that this is the main screen. On the left side, you see that you have a navigation system. You have your main, which was the one you're on already. It'd be alarms. And these are just some of the alarms that we have in here. The only one that is a critical alarm is this parts not being fed. And then your third page will just be your assembler, just tell us some basic knowledge. It's saying like the last time a green one was made was 1 second ago. Last time a blue one was made was 15 seconds ago, and how many of them have actually been made. And this green up here just shows that your factory is running behind it. So going back to the main screen, you'll see that you have some simple buttons here. If an alarm is present, you can just reset the alarm. This will turn off the siren and the flashing lights in the FactoryIO. Resetting counters will do exactly what it says. It'll just put them all back to 0. This is so that you don't run off the edge of the world, or that so you can actually see accurate, up-to-date counts. Now, if you were to e-stop it, you'd see that your e-stop engage has come true down here in the bottom left. So if you look at your FactoryIO, you can see now that everything has stopped. What you want to do to restart your system, you just want to clear anything that's on this main conveyor right here. Once that is done, you can go back to your HMI and click reset. And once the reset is enabled, then from there you can just click start, and your system will go back to completely operating with little to no hiccups. Okay, now to moving on some basic operations of the system. If you want to stop the system, just click the e-stop. Since the e-stop in this situation will do the same exact thing as clicking the stop button, since there's no physical hardware, you're not cutting anything off electrically. So then once you're ready to restart your system, since the e-stop was clicked, the red stack light will be on. Then when you're ready to start your program back up, you click this yellow button here, which will reset your system, which will turn your stack light here green, meaning that your whole entire system is ready to restart. So to restart it, you just click start here or on the HMI. And for some basic alarms we got here, we're going to fault one out right now. I'm just turning off this conveyor belt, showing that none of the parts are being fed right now, which is determined by this sensor. So right now you can see no parts are being fed downstream or anything. And there's one of our alarms. To reset this, you gotta fix what's wrong with it, or you can go back into the HMI. You gotta log back in and just hit reset alarms. And if you go back into here, you can see that a critical alarm was just active. Okay, and the only other alarms there are in this system is if this blue base right here, if I was to take this off and it never sees it downstream, So if this part never reaches here, it thinks that it either got thrown off either one of the sides or it never made it. So if we go back looking at the HMI, you can see that you have another alarm right here. It says blue base not fed, which the priority of that is very low since there's a buffer in there, since every part might not make it down, which you want it to, but not everything works like that sometimes. Lastly here, we're moving on to the AutoCAD. Just looking here at the rungs, you can see that I have 21 different inputs and I'd have 45 different outputs. And how these outputs and inputs are assigned. So like for a start button, once the start button is activated, it turns on the I:0/2, which then the PLC sees that the input is coming on. So this doesn't matter if it's a start button or a diffuse sensor like it is here. So like the diffuse sensor 1 is I:0/6, and the PLC, once this comes true, would see that this comes true. And the 1729 L24R, this is our PLC model. We use an Allen Bradley TAG-based system. And moving over to the output side of it, you can see that 0:0/0 is so the belt conveyor is 6 meters 1. So when in the system it tells to turn on this belt conveyor, it's actually turning on this, which ends up turning on this. And you can see that that's true for even everything for the emitter, the stack lights, the warning lights.